I'm gonna be so rich. Look at all these rocks. Look at all of them. So glad people can't think for themselves. It's good. Totally, utterly dependent on my rocks. I have now succeeded in becoming my own individual totalitarian monopoly.
Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding Mountain. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about set threshold in an individual workout, because some people talk about volume as far as weekly volume, like how many sets should they do throughout the week in order to get muscular gains. But what if that is not as important as the amount of sets that you're doing in an individual workout? Because what I've found is that I've went for periods of time just doing one set in a workout or two sets in a workout and doing multiple workouts a week. And I noticed that even if my frequency is really high, I may not feel as pumped or as full from that type of training as when I do a certain amount of sets as far as hit that set threshold. Now, this again will be different for you than me, possibly. Maybe you need to do 3 sets in a workout in order to make sure that your muscles are pumpy and lumpy, or maybe to get that adaptive response from the muscles. But there are times where maybe you only need 1 set. Maybe there are certain muscle groups you only need 1 set for. Maybe you're just the guy that doesn't need that much stimulus in order to get the body to grow. But you're going to find that there's a certain threshold in an individual workout that is going to be ideal for you regardless of your frequency, right? You might be a guy training 5 days a week, and if you're doing 1 set per workout to make sure that you're ensuring recovery, maybe that's not enough. Maybe that 1 set is not really getting you to stimulate the body enough to say, hey, I need to adapt. And you may notice that you start to get a little bit smaller and weaker. So if that's happening, perhaps you need to lower the frequency a bit and up the volume, or keep the same frequency and up the volume and make sure you're recovering. And if you're not recovering, then like I said, you might have to lower the frequency a bit. Instead of doing 5 day a week whole body workouts, maybe you need to do 4, right? So this is one parameter I find is, it's almost like people don't realize how negotiable it is and how important it also is, because again, when you're working out, you want to send a signal to the muscle or send a signal to the body, and each muscle group may require a different intensity of signal in order for it to grow. And this may also be dependent on whether that's an area that you naturally have an affinity for or not. We all have people who have the weak muscle groups, right? Like their chest training might be really strong, but then their leg training might be weak, or vice versa. Or maybe their triceps really adapt really well, but their biceps don't. The areas that are struggling to adapt, especially if you've already tried the lower volume approach, maybe they need a bit more volume in order to be stimulated into growth, and it's worth trying. So assuming you've tried all the ranges of motion on all the angles, really look at, are you doing enough sets in an individual workout? Now, I know I've talked to you guys about this before, but say I'm doing a 2-day split type program, training each body part 3 times a week. On average, I'm doing about 5 sets per body part per workout. But again, this might be higher or lower for you. You have to experiment to find out what that is. And just so you know, to help you with your training in the overall communistic regime that's taken over the world, I know you don't have access to the gym, but I have found a roadway, as you can see. And I found unlimited rocks, you know what I'm saying? So what you can do is you can put a lot of these rocks in a bag. I'll sell a bag of these rocks for $499.95, something like that. I think that's good because, shipping is a lot. So $499.95 for a bag of these rocks, and then you could lift the rocks in whatever way you want. Put a handle on there, do some lateral raises, curls, I don't know, do some bench presses, whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the boss of you. I'm not going to tell you how to use them. But then you could send $500 and you can now work out in your lockdown little room that you're locked down in. And welcome to the new world, you know what I'm saying? Where you can't do anything outside. And I'm probably getting filmed by the police right now. It's probably a drone or something above me right now saying, what the hell am I doing outside? So but don't worry. I have taken a page out of the government handbook, and I have done studies, extensive studies on these rocks. And it just turns out that these rocks that I'm recommending to you are totally safe. The rocks in your own town, your own neighborhood, and everywhere that you know are absolutely not safe. I have done studies on that too. I actually wrote the studies. No, wait a second. I had somebody else do the study, and then I wrote the results down. It's totally legitimate. You're just gonna have to trust me on this. So yeah, you're gonna have to buy these rocks if you wanna train. If you wanna benefit from any of my experience or any of my tips and stuff on this channel, you have to buy my rocks. Thanks, government. He taught me how to make money. Mountain. So thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get hold of me, just go to naturalgalantbodybuilding.com, and thanks to the patient supporters, and take care for now. Mountain.